Hello, this is the video explanation of the posted exercise on TikTok on trig ratios involving word problems. So this is the first problem. So Anna is flying a kite at 60-degree angle. The string of the kite is 75 meters and x is the distance of the kite from the ground. Match the proper labels for the triangle described by the situation. So if this is our triangle, this is our hypotenuse, of course. This is the hypotenuse. And number 1 actually will correspond to what? To the height or the length of the string, which is 75 meters. So that is letter D. So this is letter D. So again, this is number 1. And then number 2 will correspond to what? To 60 degrees, the angle. Where is the angle? Alright, here is our angle. So again, this is number 2. And then number 3 is what? The distance of the kite from the ground. So this is actually x. So this is number 3. So that will be our illustration for item number 1. So question 2, the same problem. What is the working equation of the problem? So again, from the figure earlier, this is 75, this is 60 degrees, and this is x. So how do we do this? So we have here theta, or the angle, and then the ratio will be the opposite over the hypotenuse, which is 75. So before that, theta, let's have first the opposite and then the hypotenuse. So what trig ratio is this? Opposite over the hypotenuse. This is sine. So meaning to say, we will have sine 65 is equal to the opposite, which is x, over the hypotenuse, which is 75. So this is equal to letter C. So letter C is our answer, our working equation. Next is we are asked to solve for the distance of the kite from the ground. So we are to solve for x. So remember, our working equation was sine 60 equals what was that? X over 75. And then to solve for x, all we have to do is what? We will have x is equal to, just cross multiply, sine 60 times 75. So this will give us what? Equals, this gives us 6495, and that is what letter? Oh, there is a typo. So this is actually 6495 meters. So this is our answer, or just write 6495 what is happening with my spelling? That's meters. All right, let me just meters. All right, so again, we have a typo here, but then again, the correct answer will be 64.95 meters. Let's have word problem 2. Charles is standing on top of an 85 feet tall building and is looking at the park at an angle of depression 50 degrees. Ignoring the height of Charles, how far is the park from the building? So we are asked of the working equation of this problem. So let's try to illustrate first. If this is the building, right? And Charles is here. And from afar, we have here a park. Alright, so this is the park. Right, that's the park. And then if Charles is looking from the top of the building to the park, we can actually form that line of sight. And again, remember, we also have here the horizontal line of sight, right? This one. And the angle in between, this angle is our angle of depression, and this measures how much? 50 degrees, right? So this is 50 degrees. And the building is 85 feet. So we have 85 feet. And then we are asked to find this one, right? So this will be our x. Now, important to take note that the angle of elevation, elevation is equal to the angle of depression. Alright. Wait. So again, the angle of elevation is equal to the angle of depression. Sorry for the penmanship. So if this is 50, alright, this is also actually 50 degrees. Alright, so why, you ask? Because again, these two are actually what? If you can still remember your transversal, interior angles, alternate interior angles are congruent. Alright, so they are actually congruent. So if this is 50, this is also 50. So that is why we have that one. Alright, and then what will be our working equation? So our working equation will become what? We have this angle. So angle equals the opposite. We have the opposite. And over what? Over the adjacent. So what trig ratio is this? Opposite over adjacent. This is tangent, right? So we have tangent 50 is equal to the opposite, which is 85 over x, which is our adjacent. So what letter is this? This is actually letter B. So we have tangent 50 is equal to 85 over x. Now for the last question, we are asked how far is the park from the building. So all we have to do is, again, from our working equation, which is tangent, that's 50, right? 50 degrees equals 85 over 8x. All we have to do is solve for x. So to do this, if you're going to do this step by step, we will have x tangent 50 equals what? Equals 85. And then divide everything by tangent 50 to get the value of x. So we will have what? Let's try. So we have 85 divided by tangent 50 degrees. This gives us 7132. Where is that? That's letter C in our problem. Alright? So that is actually letter C in our problem.